I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Okay, let's try that again. I just watched a couple of videos, tutorials on how to make adorable owls, and I'm inspired. I should be going to bed, but instead I'm going to make one of these owls because they're fun and cute and neat and adorable and stuff. Anyway, so first I watched Wendy's video, and in her description she had a link to Stephanie's video, and so I watched both tutorials and I am now going to make my own version. I will probably do something very similar, but anyway. And so what I did is I cut 1-inch strips of cardboard out of a pizza box, and I don't know, they might not be wide enough, because I think that theirs were wider, like 1.5 inches or something like that. So anyway, I'm just I'm just taking the paper off just because I like the look, like Wendy did. Stephanie didn't do this, but I think doing this makes it easier when you come to curl the strips together, because it already curls by itself this way. And the paper can be a little bit fiddly and stubborn, but most of the time I can get some pretty decent chunks of it off once I get it started properly. But of course I'm on camera right now, and so this last one is not going to cooperate, and I might not even be in frame here. But anyway, okay. Yeah, it's being stubborn. Let's try see if this side will work better. Okay, it does look like it does make a difference which side. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just this part is glued on there better or something. I don't know. I don't know yet how many strips I need. Hopefully I have enough, but if not, I'll just make more. Now, I did measure. I even used a ruler, but you don't have to. You can just eyeball it. Yeah. The other strips, they actually were a lot easier to get the paper off. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to use PPA, but not right away. So I'm just rolling, and I'm going to go as tightly as I possibly can, but I don't tend to be able to do stuff very tightly. And once in a while I will put a little bit of glue just to make it stronger. But yeah, I'm gonna let you watch Wendy's and Stephanie's videos just to know how to do it, because I mean it's their tutorial. I don't want to okay, but I mean maybe I do want to tell you some of the things that they said, because it is kind of important. You don't want to overlap it, for example. You want to just continue. And I'm not sure how many strips I want. To coil this way. Okay, now it is a little bit hard to keep it tight there when you want to roll around. I wonder if that would make a neat stamp. I'm going to try that after. I'll make another strip and see what it does as a stamp. Because it looks like it's a neat pattern if it works. There we go. What's going on? What's up? You got something to tell me? You got a story to tell me? Okay, I'm gonna hold that there. Do at least one more. Hi. Hi, you. I think that's pretty, even just like that. Soma, get down! Yeah, I think this is pretty, even just like that. I could make, like, just a bunch of these and just because they're pretty like that. Soma! Why? Why do you insist on being a bad girl when I turn the camera on? I think I do want one more strip. I think this is so pretty. Like I just said, I think I might make some just the coils just because they're pretty. Just because. Okay, I'm gonna hold that there for a bit. What could I use? Do I have an elastic? If I had a rubber band, but I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. Okay. I guess I'll just hold it for... Okay, I guess it will hold good enough by itself. Cool. I think that's just so pretty, just like that. I know, I said that a few times already. Okay. Okay, now. One more strip. What you up to, my girl? If this works as a stamp, what I could do is make different sized ones and either connect them together to make a big background stamp or just leave them separate so that they can be used. Ooh. You know what might be pretty? You know me, everything inspires 50 different things. But if you had one of those battery operated lights, the little tea lights, you could do this around the tea light. It would be pretty. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think this will be big enough. I think I need more glue at the end there, and I'll hold it for a minute. Let's do the same thing to the other one. I think I'm gonna get a piece of wax paper. Because the glue is going to be dripping down and making a mess. Isn't it, Summer? And I don't want to glue the owl to the paper. See that? Okay, so if I can find the grooves, just sort of slot them together in. There we go. Okay. Okay, that was probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it that way anyway. Maybe not a bad idea. Okay, so I have to hold that like that for a bit and probably add some more glue, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to do that again. And I think I had an idea for once I've got this one around. Now if I had rubber bands it would be easier, I think, but I think I'm gonna leave that wrap around like that. Okay, so even though I measured, they're not perfect because I cut them with scissors. I mean, yeah, I can't cut straight even if I'm using an X-Acto knife or a cutter or whatever. I can't make things straight. Okay, now I'm going to use some string just to hold it in place. Now I intend to remove this. Hopefully it won't glue it to it so that I can't take it off. But I think it might work. Going to use a different piece. suppose if I used my glue gun it might have been easier, but the glue gun, this way I think it's stronger. I think it'll last longer. Like I said, this is temporary, just until it stops coming apart and to hold it tight. Oh, whoops. That was a waste of glue, but at least it wasn't a big amount. Think if I do this that the wings will be stronger and look a little bit better because they're the same on both sides of them. Okay, maybe I need some string again. Okay, there we go, and I want okay, the batteries died, so I had to deal with that. Okay, that'll be his beak. And I made these with the leftover strips I had, and they could be a snowman because they're 3 different sizes. Yeah, I don't want to test them yet because I don't want any glue on my ink pads, but they will be stamps if it works. And so I'm pressing so that one side is in contact with the paper for the whole thing as much as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. I haven't figured out what I'm doing for the eyes yet. When the batteries died, I finished putting his ear things on. So I just tucked the strip that I had there under the string, and then I folded it over because they were too long and not enough substance to them and stuff. So yeah, I folded them over and glued them in place, and then cut so that they're not just a square piece coming out. And so this is what he looks like so far. I am gonna go hunting for some eyes and I'll be back. I don't have the right type of button to use like both Wendy and Stephanie had. I have these googly eyes. The bigger ones, they don't have the same size. It makes him look kind of kooky. But cuckoo, maybe. I don't know, maybe it works. It is sort of adorable. But I might go with these because they're the same size. Yeah, I think I'm going with those. And I'm going to glue those on with glossy accents. And I'm going to leave this to dry overnight. And tomorrow I will cut the strings off and show you how it looks. Using glossy accents for this because I don't know if PPA would stick to the plastic part of the eye. Okay, gonna let that dry. Okay, it's the next morning. Is it still morning? Yeah, it's approaching 10 a.m. Yeah, I guess everything's glued. Okay. So I'm gonna push just a little bit so his belly comes out just a bit. There we go. Doesn't really come out more than that because of the way I glued it, I guess. There we go. His wings help him stand up. So, there you go. So from the back, he looks a little bit like a dog. Yeah. If the wings were here instead and longer, it'd be like a floppy-eared dog. Now let's test and see if these make good stamps or not. And if not, they're pretty just as a thing, just as a decoration. Just getting some of the dried glue. Well, maybe it'll just add to it, because timber brown on one and jet black on the other. Timber brown. Oh, that's jet black. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it doesn't really work too well as a stamp. I guess it's not that bad. Kind of looks like one of those wild cabbages or something. But like I said, I just like it just like that, just as a thing, just as a something to look at. This one's gonna work even less, I think. Yeah. I think it would be cool if I had managed to get them if I could make it more even somehow. But anyway. That one works the best of all of them. Looks kind of like a rose. Because it doesn't work so good, I'm not gonna stamp with the jet black after all. So just leave that there. Yeah, there you go.